All right, good morning, everybody. This is day 11, day 10 of the cruise, and we are in St. Anthony's in Newfoundland today. There's the what's happening. Look what our room steward did on our room. That was very nice of him on our mirror. Welcome to Canada and all that good stuff. So we went out in St. Anthony's. I'm going to show you the port, and I apologize for what you are about to watch, but I think it's somewhat interesting. So we actually went off on the lifeboats off of the ship because there are no tender boats in this port. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll have seen the fiasco in getting the tender tickets. But we were off the ship within an hour of the tender process starting. And we didn't line up for 4 hours to get tender tickets like a lot of people did. So here we are getting off the ship onto the lifeboat. It was the smoothest transition, well run. Everything was perfect. And there's about a 10 to 15 minute tender ride into the port. So here we are getting onto the lifeboat. So I figured I'd share this with you because it's not something you'd typically see every day. There were 2 docks in the port, so it was very smooth and efficient, very fast running, very fast moving, not a problem whatsoever. The problem, as you're going to see, came with the port itself. You're about to find out that if you, you'll see. There's a starfish in the water. That's why I'm doing that. And there we are off the port. And we are just getting out. And there's 2 of the lifeboats there. In the distance was the ship. You can't see it. It's far enough away. And then we walked up into the port. All of the tour buses had gone by now because we got ashore a bit later. But this is where you would go to get out. Obviously, the other side is where you would walk to get in on the pathway there. So you're going to come out here. And there's like a visitor information area on the right. That's where you'll see a line formed in a moment where you can get maps of the area and all that good stuff. Off to the left, there is a lighthouse if you want to walk to it. There's also a brewery just out of the port to the left that I will show you. But we made the wonderful decision to turn to the right because that looked like where everybody was going. So we really weren't given much information, unfortunately. And by turning right, ended up not being the best move. This is just off the main port entrance area. There's like a craft store there. We went in here on the way back. It was absolutely packed. So I would recommend maybe going in there early before everybody else does, because you couldn't move in there later on. And the reason being, there's nowhere else to buy stuff here that I could see. Anyway, so that building there on the left, the white one, that is where the brewery area is. You can get what they call screeched in, which means you have to do some weird rum and kiss a fish. Don't ask me. It's something about you're an honorary Newfounder then. Yep, that building there on the left, the white one. So we're walking back from the port into the town. So I did little snippets, little turnarounds. There's Mary, Ed, and Julie, just to give you an idea of where we're going, because we thought we were walking to some, at least a mall with some interesting, fun shops. But as you're about to see, it was reminds me of the song The Road to Nowhere by Talking Heads, if you remember that song, because we were on a road to nowhere. Just keep walking down this road. We probably walked about 1.5 miles each way before we realized there was a store there that said T-shirts for sale, but it was closed on Mondays. So if you don't go on a Monday, that might be open for T-shirts. What sort of T-shirts? I don't know. Now there is a coffee shop, a little yellow building there. So you could have gone in there for a cup of coffee if you wanted to. And then a bit further up on the right, there was there's a library. You can go in there and there's a polar bear. Looks like it's a stuffed polar bear on hind legs, and you can get a picture next to a stuffed polar bear if you really want to. And we just keep walking down here, and we're still asking ourselves, where are we going? And you'll see there's people ahead of us walking all the way too. All of us wondering the same thing. And then there was a little restaurant there on the right. And up ahead was what we were told was the mall. So you get there, I believe it was called the Viking Mall. And inside there was like, this. There was a dollar store. There was a food mart. Not exactly what we thought. One thing I've learned about Canada, they need to up their tourism game, because you can't buy anything with the name of the town on it. So, here we are leaving. There's Foodland. And there was a Tim Horton, which I guess is a very popular chain in Canada. But yeah, that was the port of St. Anthony. We went down to the water. Yep. Let's put it this way. If you do come to this port, do an excursion, but allow time for the tender. It's not a port you can walk around in. And now we've gone back to the main cruise terminal where we came from at the beginning, and I'm going to show you inside it just how crowded the area was inside there. They did have a tea room. There was your prices on the tea room, and this wasn't overly busy. So there's just a few people in there drinking a nice cup of tea. This is about the only restaurant we saw that was open. If I sound a bit disappointed, let's just say I was underwhelmed, and leave it at that. And then this was the shopping area I told you about, how crowded it just overly crowded it gets. So yeah, very, very busy in there. The line to buy stuff was ridiculous. And then this looks longer than it is. This was a tender line to get back onto the boats. It really wasn't all that bad. Some of the buses are coming back from the tours now, and you'll see the line going back there. It was fairly quick because they had 4 lifeboats going back and forth. So I'm not going to say anything bad about that at all. The tender process was really very, very smooth. It's just the port that wasn't maybe quite so smooth. And I'll just show you one more quick look around at the line now. We're waiting to get on. And then here we go, getting on and getting back. There was some rather angry looking clouds coming in, so we went back a bit early. But yeah, that's the port of St. Anthony. Like I said, do a shore excursion. Do not get off if all you're planning on doing is walking around the town, unless you're going to go hiking. They got some trails you can do there. We're also at that visitor port. They had some maps with trails on. They look pretty cool. Or the brewery, but they got really packed and busy in there from what I'm told. And then from the ship, I took a little pan of the island. So on the left we just passed was where they had the lifeboat. The lighthouse. Sorry, lifeboat. Lifeboat's on my mind. But there you go. So that was St. Anthony. Like most Canadian ports, beautiful, but scenery only. And that was the coffee shop that I showed you on the way. Took a couple of quick pictures right here for you. I got to meet a Mountie. Yes, I went ashore in my lightning onesie. Woohoo! And Julie got a picture with a Viking, allegedly. And that's the lighthouse that they had on the end you can go and walk to. And then lastly, this was our outfit for the evening. So yeah, not much more I can say about St. Anthony. I wish we'd gone to St. John's instead, but it is what it is. The cruise that keeps on not giving. But I will give you something. I will give you karaoke from me. I'm too sexy for my love. Too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me. This one's for you, Justin. Sorry, Denny, they didn't have all the small things. It's just my natural little sexy dance for you. Here we go, Justin. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan. New York and Japan. Forgot about that. Yeah, I thought I knew the lyrics. Clearly I didn't. Thank you all for showing up this evening. I'm too sexy for your party. Too sexy for your party. The way I'm disco dancing. I'm a model, you know what I mean. And I do my little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah. On the catwalk, yeah. I do my little turn on the catwalk. How are you doing, Justin? Come in, Julie, come in. Close up, close up. Close up, close up. And I'm too sexy for my car. Too sexy for my car. Too sexy by far. And I'm too sexy for my hat. Too sexy for my hat. What you think about that, Justin? I'm a model, you know what I mean. And I do my little turn on the catwalk. Oh, I got stuck. On the catwalk, yeah. On the catwalk, yeah. I shake my little tush on the catwalk. Not over yet. I'm too sexy for my hand. Too sexy for my hand. Too sexy for my hand. I'm a model, you know what I mean. And I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah, I shake my little tush on the catwalk. I'm too sexy for my cat. Too sexy for my cat for pussy. For pussycat. I'm too sexy for my love. Too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me. And I'm too sexy for this song.
Give it out one more time for Mick, the sexiest man in the room.
Come on!
Oh yeah!
Let's hear it for me!
Let's hear it for Mick!
I've been forgotten, I've been married long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?